from Drove Garage again. Just a little quick one. I've got the bolt latches here. Try and get a bit of light here for you guys. So we've got the WC-51 Dodge hood latches. So these are the ones that latch onto the lower hood panel for the WC-51. They click into here, something like that. So they go on the inside of that. As you know, mine are quite crusty and rusty, as you can see. This one's actually not too bad, but it's just not good enough to go back on. So we're going to fix them up. I managed to pull the other one apart a couple of nights ago, give it a bit of a wire wheel and a quick clean up. As you can see, they do have pitting in them, but that doesn't bother me so much because I kind of actually want to have that look, the old look. And tonight what we're going to do is we're going to clean this one up, wire wheel that, and we're just going to paint it with the just the regular primer paint that I use. Now, as you can see, I'll get this out. It's the spring is just rubbish. As you can see, that's part of the spring, and look how crusted and corroded. So it would have been one of these things that you probably would have got away with it for a little while, and then it just would have broken. You painted the hood already, you've got everything on it, and then you're gonna have to drill the rivets out and muck around. That's the washer. As you can see, that's the washer there. Okay, it's just crap, and the cotter pin that went into it was just almost non-existent. So what I did is I went to Bunnings. 2 seconds. And I do apologise for the noise, guys. Kids are upstairs. We're about to get ready to have dinner, so this is why this is just a little quick one. This is the primer. Turn that down a touch. This is the primer that I use. It seems to be pretty much one of two that you can get, I think. White Knight or something is the other one that you can get, and it's just crap. If you want to get the industrial grade stuff, you've got to try and find some exclusive supplier somewhere who sells it, and it's ridiculously expensive. So this seems to do the trick for what I want to do. It goes on pretty well. It's pretty tough. It's not a thick coating. If you look at the tub, it was done professionally, so it's got quite a thick coating. I'd probably say when I'm spraying this, it's maybe a third of the thickness that's on the other one. So, but it works all right. So I went to our big hardware store here in Australia. It's called Bunnings, Bunnings Warehouse. The other one that we've got is Mitre 10, that most of us get all our bits and bobs from, and then we got all just sort of general hardware stores and bolt suppliers. And I went to a couple of different bolt places, and they all kind of looked at me like, you know, why would you be coming here? You know, can't you order it online? And I'm like, well, mate, I'm here. I want to buy it. And they're just like, no, go order it online, and you know, we'll send it out to an address. And so they're just a real pain in the ass. I said, all right, just whatever. I'll go to Bunnings, I'll go check it out, have a look around, see what I can find. Did a little bit of researching, and I was really quite surprised to find that they sell American size bolts and bits and pieces. So that's really quite exciting for me, actually. The best they do is what's called high tensile, which is, I believe, a grade 5. So pretty much do for most of what we want to get stuff done. So that was pretty cool. And then I thought, oh, I wonder if they have the parts for this. springs and whatnot. So we jumped online, we had a look, and sure enough, they did. So I was pretty impressed. I managed to find a bunch of flat washers. So this is the ones that I got, 516, and they're out of all the, oh, so it's still stapled together, but as you can see, it kind of goes down nice. So it probably sticks a little bit, but so out of all the ones that I could get, this one seemed to just go on pretty much almost exactly the right size. So I was pretty happy with that. So that's the Zenith brand. The other ones that we had, they didn't go on, and they even said 516. So that was kind of annoying. Then the other thing that I managed to find here was split pins. So these are the ones that I've got. These ones seem to fit the hole pretty well. I'll get this one open. Oh, I must have opened the other ones. So as you can see, so here's my split pin, as they call them here. They don't call them cotter pins. And what do I do with that torch? Ah, yeah. Sorry guys, I'm kind of doing this on the fly and in a bit of a hurry. I get that low. So, cotter pin. Okay, split pin. There's the hole. Goes through. Nice size. I think the next one up was too big and the next one down was way too small. Alright. So that's, maybe we can just trim the end of that, clip it off when we bend it round. So it's probably a little bit, it's longer than what I want it to be. I probably want it to trim off about here somewhere. So that worked out really well. So I was pretty happy with that. So that's this one here. If you can see, 316 stainless steel, 2.2 by 25 mil Zenith. So if any of you blokes in Australia are looking for it, Bunnings have this part, and I don't know if it's the same in all stores in Australia, but I think I got this and all that in the nut section, which I think was, I don't know, the store I went to was like aisle 6, 7 or 8 or something, and I managed to find it. And then I picked up a spring. Okay, so that's the spring. Sweet. I think that was in aisle 10. I don't know if it's the same in all Bunnings stores. Okay, but as you can see, alrighty, good fit. It goes over the top. Okay, so what we'll do now is, I think we'll have a wire wheel of this, clean her up, and we'll obviously spray it with our red oxide paint. Like I said, this one here, Dulux paint, steel primer. Okay, metal shield. Probably won't be dry tonight, so I'll probably finish off the rest of the video tomorrow, and I'll show you how it all goes together. But yeah, it's exciting. I was pretty excited to be able to find those bits. They only had 4 of these springs left, which is perfect because we've got 4 latches that we need to do. So I'll hook in, get that cleaned up, and I'll probably have to finish this video off tomorrow. And then tomorrow I've got to do some work on a Jeep. So I've managed to pick up a step drill as well. Damn, that light is bright. So I picked up a step drill because I've got to put the drains in the tub, and I put an order through with I think the company's called PPC Professional Paint Coatings, or PPCS Professional Paint Coatings. They're based in Sydney. They're a Eastwood product distributor. You can order directly from them. They do have a list on their website of retailers all over Australia. So if you're an Australian viewer and you want to buy Eastwood products, these guys are pretty much the only ones that are selling the Eastwood products in Australia. yes, they're expensive. Okay, I think that the can that I wanted, that was the rust encapsulator. The lady rang me yesterday and she said that they don't have the black rust encapsulator in Australia. There's some major issues trying to get it over from the States. COVID's always to blame apparently, so COVID's the problem, and then the freight issues and whatnot. So they didn't have the flat black. I think she said they had the satin black. They had the rubberized textured one, which I didn't want, and they had the red oxide and the white one. That was the white finish. So I got the red one because I wanted to use it. So I've got the rust encapsulator coming in the aerosol. I've got I think it's just under 1 litre of the flat black rust encapsulator in the tin, and I've got the tinning butter coming in as well. And I'd like to be able to get that onto the body tub and the frame for the grounding point, so we can get that done. And once we got that done, then we can start painting and putting together and bits and stuff. I've also got to get on to TJ Zachman in the States. He's got the welting, well, not the welting kits, but it's like the original style. It's a reproduction, but it's original style pads that go on the I believe it's the firewall support brace that goes onto the frame, and also for the fenders to the body tub. I don't think he was able to do the body tub to the chassis, so that's probably going to have to be something we might have to come up with. I'll probably have to fudge that, just get some rubber padding or something. I've got some, it was floating around here and I can't grab it right now because I don't know where it is, but I did have some weather stripping that you use. I believe it goes into the frame of windows and stuff, and I had some of that sitting around, so I might be able to use that. So cut it, drill it, use something like maybe Sikaflex, because Sikaflex is a rubber adhesive. Use that, stick it together to create that sort of rubber thickness, and glue it down to the frame, and then I'll be able to put the tub onto the frame. And I'll have to drill through because some of the floor I had to replace, so the original holes for the bolts aren't there. So I won't really know exactly where things are supposed to go bolt wise for body to frame until we drill the holes in and stick it all together and do what we do. Anyway, that's the sort of goal. That's the plan for the next couple of weeks, and hopefully by New Year's we'll have the frame on the chassis and both will be painted, which I would like to do. I did pick up a gun. So there's so much stuff everywhere. I don't even know where I've got half my stuff. But I do have what's called a there it is. Okay, second-hand gun, the Vilbus. It's the P1-9 or something. No, GTI. P1-9 or something like that. So yeah, so I picked up one of those. It works good. Just needs a clean. It's clean inside the hopper. The outside of the hopper is dirty, and I just want to run some thinners through that. But what I wanted to also do is I wanted to get the adjustable pressure valve gauge that has a little indicator on it. So I wanted to get that as an attachment onto here, so I can get the right pressure out, because my compressor, as good as it is, I just don't think that the little gauge on it's working so great. So I've got to do that. I've also got the air dryer set up that's got to go into the compressor. So once we get all that set up, get some clear days, because it's a declared La Nina event now here. Means it's going to rain a lot. It's moist, so we've got to have that air cleaner, condenser, whatever you call it, the little things in it that dry out the air. So I've got to put that together. Otherwise, we're just gonna get water spraying through it, which is kind of doing now when I'm using air tools. I can see it when I'm using like the air tool. So it's one of those things we've got to get done. But anyway, that's the goal. Hope to get that done by New Year's, so we can start clearing this out and start getting some things together. I've got to get the diffs checked. We've got to get the brake pads, the shoes are done. I've got to get brake pads on them. I've got to get the drums machine, the shoes machine. So there's little bits and pieces we've got to get together, but once we can sort of start to get the get the big stuff together, we can start throwing bits and pieces on. Anyway, what I'm going to do quickly, because I've got to get upstairs and have a quick shower and whatnot, have dinner. I'm going to give this a quick wire wheel and give it a spray, and then I'll finish off the rest tomorrow, and yeah, we'll complete the video from then. Alright guys, beauty. Alright guys, so just a quick one so you can see still a little bit of crud, and I get that to give me a good light. So you can see still a bit of sort of crusty bits like on this side just here. So I'm going to hit it with a chisel and just flake those bits off. You can see there's a couple more bits. There's a bit here, and there's a bit here, and there's a big bit just there. But yeah, we're getting there. I mean, it's not awesome, but it's still pretty. It's still kind of solid. Like, it's a little thin in some spots, but it's original part. We'll try our best to look after it. Alright guys, back into it. Alright guys, clean it up. That's all plastic. Okay. Get that to work. So guys, the lighting in the garage isn't so crash hard. Okay, so cleaned up. It's all right. That's more pinning than anything. I don't know if it's chunks of rust that are still stuck on it, but it looks like to me that's just pinning. Couple bits corroded through. There's a little hole just here, and there's a hole on the other side. Okay, but for now I'm just going to send it, hope it hits, and if it don't, we'll have to fabricate one and send that one, and we'll get it on target. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to spray it up, give it a bit of primer, let it dry a little bit, and then we'll have a go from there. Alright, 2 seconds guys. There we go chaps, all done. Just had to give the washer a bit of a grind on a grinding wheel just to make that outer diameter a bit lower, but as you can see, pretty good tension, which goes down well. So hopefully that'll hold that in. So that's one down, 3 more to go. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll get some more work done tomorrow and another video then. Alright, see you guys, cheers.